that's a tremendous looking trophy.
Welcome to the #1 PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. I am your host, Dylan Blight. Today, joining me, Ashley Hobley.
Yes,
That's your name.
that is accurate. Off to a good start.
We're off to a good show. Kieran's not here. He's throwing up outside his anus.
God of War is so good that he's just literally spewing.
That's a good one I didn't think of. Yeah.
Yep.
No, he saw the Gods of Wars in 4K gloriousness, and then both ends of his body just exploded rainbows of brown.
Worst
If you're
rainbows
listening
ever.
when you started this podcast, I'm kind of sorry, but at the same time, it's funny. So
Yeah.
you know, it's fine. We'll move past it. All right, so we are going to be talking about God of War, but hold your horses. This is no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil hot crab cakes. Although I would warn anyone, I've had a major thing spoiled for me. I don't really care because I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, but I'll get into that in a little bit. Okay. I had it spoiled for me the first day the game came out, or the day before, when the embargo broke on Twitter straight away. And it's just floating around. I've seen other things, spoilery images just floating around Twitter. Have you seen anything?
Yeah, I saw one image of a beast.
Okay, beast. Yeah. No, the thing I had spoiled was more
Story based.
It's definitely story based, and it's definitely something that fans of the franchise will appreciate more than someone who's not.
Okay, so I'm not going to care.
So yeah, but I also rewatched one of the God of War trailers the other day on YouTube, and just for the sake, because I just wanted to look at it. I was wondering, comparison, because I never really cared when the trailers were on during E3. I was like, oh, whatever, it looks kind of cool, but I don't care about God of War, so I honestly wasn't paying too much attention. But then I've started the game, and yes, I'm loving the game. So I wanted to go back and watch the trailer and see if I could pay attention to watching it now and see if I enjoyed the trailer. But because I watched the trailer, I open up YouTube, and now it's just like, hey, you watched the trailer? How about we recommend this spoilery last boss battle YouTube video to you?
What kind of terrible person is already posting last boss battles?
Fucking, yeah. It's people that had the game, like,
reviewers and stuff, yeah.
Press people.
And
given,
influencers.
Whatever you want to call them, influencers. Yeah, what do we call them? What do we call us? Whatever, not press, like content creators is the word I believe people use. Yeah, it was content creators for YouTube. And they've got given the game, the embargo breaks, they upload all of the gameplay, which I don't really have a problem to a point, okay? There are people who don't have the money to buy it and want to watch it and experience it, and that's a way a lot of people experience games these days. Let's plays and Twitch streams.
Yep.
That's the reason that medium flourishes, is because people want to watch that stuff.
Twitch.tv/Explosion Network.
Got him. But here's my problem. Don't put a spoilery image in the thumbnail. That's it. Is it that hard?
Pretty simple.
It's pretty, I would think it's very simple. So as someone who's had a lot of the game spoiled for him so far, believe me when I say this will not be spoilery at all. I'm just going to explore topics around what I'm enjoying about the game and why I'm enjoying it compared to the originals. That's along the things. Okay. So, initial impressions. AHSLEBHLOY.
Pretty close. Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't know if I'm far enough into it to like be sure that I'm loving it. I think this is the first time I played a game with this sort of combat. Like, I'm not a Dark Souls, Bloodborne player, and it feels like it's that sort of combat. It's pretty accurate.
I feel like that's the comparison I'm seeing most people give it, and I suppose it's the closest comparison you can make, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of games that have similar combat.
Yeah, it's an easy way to explain the combat's a lot. You have to pay attention and block and dodge, and it's not like the original God of Wars where
Which was like hack and slash.
And hack and slash. Yeah, it's a lot more pay attention, and it's not as hardcore as the Souls series though. Yeah, but that is a way to describe it. Yeah. How are you finding the combat? Because I think the game on normal is difficult.
Yeah.
Well, difficult enough.
I've died a lot.
I have died quite a few times also.
It's just when the enemies all swarm at the same time.
Yeah.
You get hit by like 3 guys in one go. It's a little
There was
frustrating.
one part where you got introduced to enemies that had shields. The first time shield enemies showed up, and I was legit like, I don't know how to damage them. I legit don't know how to get past these enemy shields. And a few times like that has happened where you get introduced to new enemy types, and the game doesn't really hold your hand and go, this is the way to take them down. This is the way you should go about handling this type of enemy. You just got to figure it out, and you'll probably die the first time you meet a new enemy.
Yeah,
well, I like it. I think it's good. How are you enjoying the story without any spoilers? Like, it's bringing you along?
Yeah, it's bringing me along so far. There was a big. I'm not sure where you are. I think I'm a little bit further ahead because you've been exploring a bit more than I have.
Yeah.
But there is a massive info dump, which sort of.
Oh really?
Yeah, sort of put the brakes on the story a little bit, but other than that, it's been pretty good so far.
At first, look, I'll be honest, because the game was heaps hyped up.
Yeah.
You know, it's got all these reviews and stuff. That first hour, I was going, it's fine, I guess, but I don't see why the game was getting as great reviews as it was getting. It kind of just seemed like a pretty mediocre, I don't know, like a good game, I guess. Like, it didn't seem like anything special. And without spoilers, of course, when you get to the first proper boss battle,
oh man,
honestly, is one of the best boss battles I think I've played in recent gaming memory of at least this generation. Probably the last even. Like, I don't remember the last time I've been in the middle of a boss battle and just started like smiling, going, "Fuck yes, this is cool." Like, this is cool. And this is coming from a series that's known for its big, gigantic, over the top boss battles, and I won't spoil what it is or what you're fighting.
The other God of War games would be like that as well. You'd start off like super powerful and have like a major boss battle at the start of the game. If I'm remembering, sort of.
Yeah, I guess from memory and what I've
at least 2
played,
was, I think.
But without saying who or what you fight, it is a way to set up this new God of War really, really well, I feel like, and it's really cool. It's really interesting, and I described it as a superhero fight to someone the other day, and then found out that's exactly how Kind of Funny's Greg Miller described it when I listened to the Gamescast or whatever it was that week.
I've seen.
So I'm like,
Alana Pierce described it as a Dragon Ball Z fight,
which is another way to describe it. Yeah, it is very much like that, and it's great. And that's kind of where the game picks up, and that's where the story starts to kick in. Then it's within the next half an hour to an hour after that, you get the first moment with Kratos and his son that actually kind of goes, okay, they're actually doing something interesting with this whole father-son story. It's not just boy the whole time, just dragging along. Although that is funny, just the whole every second is boy, do this. But there is the first time they did this kind of cool moment with Kratos struggling with his fathership, like a slight little moment. Like, it wasn't even words, it was something he did or didn't do. And that's why I was like, okay, so we're actually doing something interesting. That's I'm intrigued to see how this goes. And the overall story, the reason for his quest in this game is cool. I like it because
simple.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and it allows them to do a lot of things within the game's narrative that doesn't ruin anything. Like, they're on a quest. You and your son are on a quest to get to a place. Somewhere for without like a huge rush. Like, they want to get there. They want to get there kind of, you know, they don't want to dawdle, but there's no... The world's not going to end if they don't get there tomorrow kind of thing. Which means that when you do get to areas like where you were saying before, where I've done a lot more exploring than you did, you don't feel that it's like a lot of open world games where it's like, oh my God, you got to get to this place real quick before the game's going to end. But the world's going to end if you don't get there. Oh, but let me stop and do 50 hours of side quests.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel unnatural. You can buy it.
No.
They dress it in a conversation real quick too, where your son, what's his name?
Artemis? Artemis?
No. I fucking can't remember. It's
That's
A something
good.
anyway. he says like he says to Kratos like at one stage when I was just wandering off doing something, and he said, "Why are we like doing all this stuff or whatever? Like I thought you wanted to hurry up and get there." And Kratos goes, "Oh, but we're gathering supplies, and anything we can find would help make our adventure easier, so it's fine." I was like, I like how the game addresses that kind of cliche that open world games like this. Well, this isn't really an open world game. It kind of is and kind of isn't. It's linear in places and open world in other spots. It's not like Witcher open world though.
No.
Like, yeah. But I like how they address the fact you can go off and do side quests and stuff like that. All right. What if any? Have you played any of the old God of War games at all?
Only like demos and stuff, I think.
And they never grabbed you at all?
No, yeah, I just didn't. Wasn't for me, I guess, or I didn't have the money at the time.
Yeah. What made you want to pick this one up? Was it the hype, or was
it was the hype?
anyway?
Yeah, and also that trailer at E3 a couple of years ago. I mean, it sold everybody who saw it. I thought, but
it didn't sell me. I honestly wasn't going to pick this up day one.
The gameplay demo, the one with the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
It looked cool, but I was still just like, I don't like that character. Like, I legit don't like Kratos. So, like, having played several of the other games and knowing the stories from the ones I didn't play, he was a shitty character to me. And even if you show me cool gameplay, that's not going to drag me through your story if I hate who I'm playing as. So, it wasn't until the reviews started coming out that everyone's talking about the game having a actually interesting story and Kratos is being written well, that I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give it a go. And I'm glad that they were actually right. I don't feel like I was overhyped. They so far have done it justice. I will, of course, save my final opinion until it's all wrapped and done. Yeah. But until that stage, it's good. All right, for people who want to know, so the differences between the combat between the original games and this, of course, is that the original games is like square, triangle, button mash, jump, slam. You can press circle to dodge, but it really wasn't necessary. You do it every now and then for specific enemies. And then it was a heap of quick time events. Quick time events to open fucking gates, quick time events to rip people's eyes out, etc., etc., etc. This game, from the start, the first time I ever fought a big monster, and you whittle its health down, and then you walk up to it and hold R3 or whatever. I was like, okay, quick time event. No quick time event.
No, insta kill.
We've gone forward in gaming. Thank you.
Yep.
First time I walked up to a chest to open one of the many chests that are very basically the same as all the original games. Like you'll open chests, you'll get items that are, if you get 3 of these, you'll get a health upgrade. If you get 3 of these, you'll get a upgrade to your anger whatever system, etc., etc., etc. If you open these, you'll just get gold or whatever. In the original game, it was something that you could use to upgrade his character at some point, like XP type point stuff. In this, you get money and different items to upgrade your gear. But you'll find those chests, and he just opens them all. You don't have to button mash. I know this might be the weirdest thing to be really happy about, but I was legit excited when he would just open chests straight up.
Yeah.
And the other thing worth pointing out about this game is if you have a 4K TV and you're not playing it on it, you're doing it an injustice, because
it's pretty, but I'm sure in 4K it's beautiful.
Yeah, I haven't like turned off I haven't gone, let me look at it in normal 1080p just to see what the difference is, but I imagine it looks great normally.
Yep.
But 4K HDR sitting real close to my TV, amazing. Absolutely amazing. There has been several moments where it's just slow panning around, checking out everything that's going on. You know, there's been some really beautiful areas in this game. Really, I'm excited to see what happens going forth, because like even when you get to the first moment, and this isn't a spoiler because they showed off in the trailer, where you meet the world serpent.
Yeah.
Like that moment. That's
cool.
Is cool. And going around that whole area, and he's in the background and whatever else, and the scope of distance, like there's no, sometimes I forget how far we've come in gaming, because we grew up for so long where there'll be like fog of war, you know, like it's like 100 meters off in the distance is fog of war for everything. And in that area where the world serpent's just floating around, you just look around the whole area. He's there, he's off in the background, you got all these mountaintops and whatever else going on, and you're on this lake, and I'm just like, oh God. Sometimes I forget actually how far games have actually come.
Yeah.
I highly appreciate it. And I suppose you could be like, oh, didn't you play Assassin's Creed Origins, Dylan? Because you could climb to the top of a pyramid and basically see off to the other side of the map. And you could. I was thinking about this as I lay in bed the night after playing it at one stage, but that game doesn't look as good as this one, and it doesn't have the same quality. Like I'm pretty sure Kratos is the best character model ever, like detailed.
But he's got that beard.
And yeah,
imagine
and
how many bits of code is making that beard.
Yeah,
look
so many
beautiful.
pixels in that beard.
Yeah.
You need them HDRs too to make sure everything's
Yep.
looking sweet and nice in that pitiful beard.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same for you, but this made me realize a feature I want in the PS5. I would very much like the fan on the PS5 to be much quieter. Has it been? It's been really loud playing this game. I don't know if it's the same for you.
I saw someone's tweet. I can't remember whose it was now. It was like, anyway, it was complaining about the fan, and I haven't noticed, but I have also been playing the game entirely with headphones on.
That's true.
So
That would help.
And honestly, I would suggest playing with headphones on if you can, because it's got a really good sound design and it's got a really great fucking soundtrack. Shout out to the soundtrack. I ordered the soundtrack, pre-ordered the soundtrack on vinyl today. Yeah, because A, amazing artwork on the front of it, so that thing's just going to look great. But B, this game has I haven't finished it yet, but I'm like, this game has the best score in a game that I've played since The Last of Us, I think. The Last of Us was the last time I played a game, and I was like, this score is great. This is a must-own.
Prediction for the Game Awards this year?
Fuck, I might win. Even... You bring up horrible memories, because I always think of the year that Last of Us was out was the year that they, at the end of the show, instead of celebrating this fucking amazing piece of original music for gaming that they just brought out all the artists from the Grand Theft Auto soundtrack and had them play live. You know, like all the rap artists and stuff like that. And I'm like, they're just fucking playing songs that were on the radio. Can't you bring it like, fucking, like Jeff Keighley, sometimes you do good, sometimes you fucking piss me off though.
I know, they did good last year.
It did alright last year.
Yeah.
Although, wasn't the music awards just off camera?
Yeah.
Or off screen or whatever they did it?
That was, yeah.
So how are you feeling on the overhype level?
No. I don't think I'm overhyped yet.
So
I was overhyped. I think I kept myself underhyped.
Okay. To make sure that you didn't get ruined?
Overhyped. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So one thing I've seen in a couple places springing off from God of War, I've seen it in the Kind of Funny Facebook group, and I've seen it pop up a bunch of Twitter as I've been scrolling around, and I saw it in the gaming Reddit also. Several threads or comments that went along the lines of, God of War looks great, but I'm not paying full price for a single player experience that when I finish, I'll be done with. I want to kill all these people. Like,
it's a bit extreme.
Them and just murder, or maybe not murder. I want to get really angry at them, Ash.
Just shake them a little bit.
I just want to,
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, like that. Thank you. Thank you for bringing the anger to the show. That was highly necessary. But
rage meter's going up.
This is something that gets under my skin, because this is what fucked the industry during the middle of the PS3, Xbox 360 era, when like games like Tomb Raider had multiplayer put in them.
Yep. It's
because of this shit. This shit right here. This line of thinking. Because if a 30-hour single player story that's this polished, this epic, this grandeur and scale is not worth your full price dollar, fuck you. Honestly.
Yeah.
You're honestly the problem, I feel like, with the industry. And it is major props for Sony for supporting these things. I mean, if you look at this game, this is a 5-year in development game that is a huge fucking game that costs probably a shit ton of money, you know.
Yeah.
5-year development cycle for a single player experience that they can't sucker money out for loot boxes out of, or costumes.
I mean, they could.
Fucking hell, please don't. Sorry. But it is major props, especially when you look at. And I don't mean to start the Xbox versus PlayStation fanboy fight, but the last thing Xbox put out was Sea of Thieves,
Yeah.
which is a focused multiplayer experience. And that, from what we've seen so far, it's like, is where their head's at, this multiplayer stuff. And sure, there's a bunch of people out there who, like all these people complaining about God of War and stuff, that maybe that's what they're after. But what I don't understand is, would these people put 30 hours into every multiplayer game they play if they pick up, one or two every month? I doubt it, Like, if I pick up Battlefield and Call of Duty and Battlefront 2 and every other first-person multiplayer shooter, am I putting hundreds of hours into every one of those games? No. So what's wrong with 30 hours single player?
I don't know. I mean, it's an experience. It's worth the price tag, I think. But if you want to justify your spending whatever way you want to spend it, props to you, but you're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you can do with your money what you want, but yeah, you're straight up wrong, and you're a disease to the gaming industry.
And I mean, you can always trade it back in once you've finished it.
That is true. Yeah, that's true, and that's what most.
And
people
then it would
do.
work out to be maybe you've spent $30 on it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you pick it, look. So it's $100 RRP Australian. Did any of us pay $100?
Nope, 69.
No, 69.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. And if you're that worried about spending full price on games like this, you don't have to ever. Like, somewhere always has it cheaper on launch day. Always. It won't be EB Games, but you can price match.
Price match, yeah.
Somewhere else if you want.
Amazon Australia's did pretty good deal. I think they were around that mark as well.
They had 69 or whatever as well. You had to wait a couple of days for postage,
yeah.
Or I think they had a bit cheaper actually, but you had to wait a couple of days for postage. But I mean, if you're worried about money and you've got to wait a couple of days to get it, that's your decision, Like, no one's saying pay $100. Would I think that God of War so far is worth $100? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's fucking.
I'm thinking I made a mistake not getting that sweet collector's edition.
Yeah, no. I feel bad about not getting it, but at the same time, it's not a decision that I could go back and change without knowing that I would like it in the future. Because at the time, it was just, I don't fucking care about God of War, so I'm not getting that. No. But now that I like this game, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had the.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I wish I had the collector's edition. It's really annoying. Did you watch the Corey Barlog
The
reacts?
Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show how much it means to developers, the games that they work on. Just seeing him tear up, seeing that Metacritic score, it was cool to watch.
I saw people online giving him shit.
What?
Oh, he's
Oh
faking
my God.
it. He's faking it for attention. Why is he getting so worked up over a Metacritic score? He shouldn't care. Blah blah blah. Why does he care? He should care. He should only care about making the game for himself and not care what fucking game journalists think. Blah 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 blah. All this sort of shit.
Everybody wants validation for what they do. I mean, it's just a natural human thing.
Yeah. You spend 5 years. All these people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You spend 5 years of your life working on anything, and then put it out and go, wait, you just want one person to like it, let alone 2 people, 3 people, that millions of people are going to play this.
Yeah.
So, it's no different than, you think about when you're a kid and you make something, you bring it home, your mum's like, oh yeah, good job.
Yeah. Feels
good. You spent a day working on that, not 5 years, and hours of your life and time, and especially if I think also when you're in a position like he is as the creative director who's basically forming and telling this story and directing this story, and this game is very story driven, so it's not just a celebration for his team. Good job. You know, the game looks great. It plays great, blah, 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 blah. But it's also a story that he's basically telling. So it's a celebration on that level as well as for Santa Monica, I feel like. I really just enjoyed the video because it is, hey, in case you forget when you're on the internet going, fuck this game developer, you know, like this game shit, fucking idiot that team shit. It's like, they're people, you know? There's difference between criticizing the product and being an asshole.
People. Yeah.
Yeah, because you always got to remember there's people. This game could have came out and it could have been shit. It could have got a 40 meta score, and that's just what would have happened if the game was shit. But
it's not.
Yeah, but it's not. And people have the right to review the product as art badly, but that doesn't mean people, if this game got a 4, it would be good to come out and say, "Oh, Corey Barlog, you're a piece of shit." Blah 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 blah. It's really interesting with him though, I find, because he only really started popping up a lot on my Twitter feed in the last couple months leading up to the release of this, and he's kind of took off as this new superstar.
He's
kind
the
of
new Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, he kind of is. He's hit this kind of fandom level, I feel, like the celebrity game developer status that Neil Druckmann had. Yeah, where a lot of people like on his tweets, and he shot up in a heap of followers, and you know, he was in Australia when he did that video and all the reviews popped, and he was out here filming videos, like making axes and all sorts of shit. Yeah, I don't really know, which I found really interesting. But you know, he seems like a cool dude with a passion for his art, and I appreciate that. And it's great to have those people like joining him along your Druckmann and whoever else as part of Sony's staple of core developers, I guess.
Yeah,
I like it. I appreciate it. All right, the only other big story, I guess, coming out of the week was yes, I don't know, like 2 days ago or something, 2-3 days ago, where Valve brought. Fuck, I'm mental blanking on the name.
Firewatch developer.
Yeah, Firewatch developer. Which I didn't
Santa
even write
Campo?
Camp Santo.
Camp Santo.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't even write down the name of the developer in my notes because I'm like, I know them.
I'll remember that.
I know, like I know them. I don't need to write down. It's not like some developer. I don't need to write. And then I fucking, of course, mental blank. But Valve brought them, which is interesting because Valve hasn't really brought a game studio for some time, and they had kind of been dormant in the game development scene for some time now. It was all about just like focusing on what they had and the Steam boxes they spent years working on and all this sort of stuff, and they weren't really developing. It's like Valve wasn't really publishing games, I guess. And then I think it wasn't long ago they put out a statement that they were looking to get back into the game, like making games, or Gabe Newell or someone along.
Yeah, apparently they got like 8 games or something in development. Wasn't that the story?
Yeah, like, but this was like a month or 2 back or something, like something along those lines. This came out. I was like, okay, that's interesting. We're going to get some new stuff from Valve. Of course, everyone started freaking out Half-Life. It's not going to be fucking Half-Life. But then the other day they came out and they brought Campo Sampo. The developer who made Firewatch and is now working on the In the Valley of the Gods Guilds, which was announced at E3 last year and was this Uncharted Tomb Raider, whatever kind of looking game, but without any combat.
It was like a photography game.
Yeah, it's like a photography game. It's really pretty looking, great looking art style. Of course, like if you played Firewatch, you know the art style, but they're like 2 female characters creep into this whatever, like a pyramid place, and they basically just the whole trailer was just them taking a photo, the lead of it. So with this news, they're still developing that, but will it come out exclusively on PC? Time will tell, of course. Don't know. What do you make of all this news though, Ash?
It's interesting. I don't know what to take from it. I mean, Valley of the Gods is still going to be coming to everything as far as I'm aware. It's not going to be stuck on Steam, but
yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah,
I think is the one on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't know what else to say. I mean, of all the studios they could buy,
I know that's
this
what
one.
I found interesting. There's many studios, but I mean, Firewatch was highly acclaimed.
Yeah.
by most people when it came out. So, and it's a studio that's producing these narrative driven quote unquote walking simulators, which I guess they don't have. So it's not. It's the kind of thing that they're not really into, but so it's interesting.
Although Valve's getting very heavy into VR, maybe they've Firewatch VR is not out of the question.
Firewatch VR. I'd play it. Chop down wood. Be great. Can't wait. All right. Because it is just you on the show this week, I thought, given to tie into one of our other podcasts, I'd run through a little segment with you to test you.
Oh God.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, on our show movie podcast called What Do You Want to Watch? The last episode, we found out Ash only started watching movies in 2014, apparently. He has not played, he has not watched the majority of movies that general movie going, well, not general movie going, movie buff people.
There was a few.
There was a
not
high
as bad as
quantity
people
of
think.
classic films that you would expect people to watch. It's not just one or two. You know, I've got one or two that I haven't watched that I would consider must watches. But you had a whole list, and me and Nick wanted to kill you or fire you from the host position. You know.
Yep.
You lost.
It's a good thing we do this over the internet.
Yeah, you would have been hit behind the back of the head. So, given that, I did wonder, when did Ash decide to start playing video games, and has he played games that people consider must plays, or how many of must play games has Ash played? So that's why I googled.
This is not going to go well.
That's why I googled must play video games, and good old Buzzfeed had a list for me. They had, how many is this? 32 video games you have to play before you die. These are the must play. So we're going to go through and we're going to see how many. Ashley Hobley, I'll say if I have or not as well.
This is on the heels of Bioshock last week.
This is true. You haven't played Bioshock, so let's go. I'm going to quickly reach across here to my laptop so I can keep score on how many you have played and how many I haven't played, because we want to round them up at the end. We don't want to tell Jaden to do all the work for us. He's got to go become a police officer soon. You know.
Yeah, good work, Jaden.
Got to go do more important things. It's fine.
Check out ExplosionNetwork.com. He's got a great article about Borderlands 3.
Borderlands. It's not coming out. It's never coming out.
Yeah, probably not.
Sorry to spoil it for you.
We're getting Battleborn 2 first.
Yeah. Right. First game on the list. Final Fantasy 7.
I have played a little bit.
I
downloaded
it depends how much is a little bit. Like
I blew up the train.
It's like the demo length. It's like the length of the fucking demo. That's like not even.
I bought the PS4 version of the remake. I got a little bit way through, and I'm like, well, I can wait till the remake comes out.
What was it? Because it was that hard to play because of the quality. It just doesn't hold up.
It doesn't. No.
I will allow this, because the big difference between the movie thing and the game thing is I think movies do hold up better. You know, like camera work might be dodgier. Like the last episode of What Do You Want to Watch? Go listen to our movie and TV podcast. Hosted by Ashley Hobley every second Friday.
Until further notice.
Yeah. It's like at worst it has dodgy camera work or whatever, but like acting was still good. And like we watched a 1940 movie. It was like 1940 something, wasn't it? 54. Close enough. Black and white movie, and my biggest complaint was some of the camera work was a bit dodgy and blah, but sound wasn't as great. But like it's still watchable.
Mm-hmm.
So, but games obviously over time have voice acting, graphics, everything. So you know, I'll buy it. I'll give you a point for that one. I too have played Final Fantasy 7 though. The Last of Us.
Yes, I have played The Last of Us.
Oh my god, that was like that was going to be you're fired.
I don't know if you were here. After one episode, we were talking about this. I didn't finish The Last of Us.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I got like halfway and I'm like, I'm no good at this. So I got online and watched the rest of it.
Why wouldn't you just turn the difficulty down to
I did.
Casual or something? You couldn't even do it on casual?
No, I just kept getting killed by all the walkers or whatever.
Clickers?
Clickers, yeah.
Yeah?
Like, this is too frustrating. I just want to know what happens.
I mean, I'll agree. I found the game on normal challenging.
Yeah.
I never wanted to play it on its hardest difficulty because I did not want to have the patience to do what would be necessary to beat that game at its hardest difficulty. But come on, just put it on easy or something. Like, have you played many like stealth games?
No, I'm terrible at stealth games.
Okay, well we know that now.
Yep.
Portal.
Yes, I play Portal. And finish Portal.
Oh, so you don't mind the puzzle games?
No,
Puzzle
that's
games
fine.
are alright.
I played that on my laptop, and I was sort of like lying down. It made me so motion sick. It's crazy.
Sure.
Fun fact.
Counter-Strike.
No.
Okay, I won't get angry about this one. I mean, Counter-Strike's a PC-centric, hardcore, first-person shooter.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a pass on that one. That's fine. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
No.
Have you played any Zeldas?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is a negative. This is a high negative,
I can understand that.
Zelda, like I would give you a pass on Ocarina of Time because I don't think it holds up as well as a lot of people do. However, you should at least play a Zelda. Have you ever owned any Nintendo consoles?
My brother has played every Zelda, so
You don't really have an excuse then. Is what you're
yeah,
telling me.
not really.
What does he have all the current Nintendo stuff?
He just got a Switch, but I bought him Zelda on the Wii U because we didn't have a Switch for a while.
Oh, Breath of the Wild on Wii U.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, who wants to play that fucking garbage console anyway? So,
Yeah.
but you should probably add Zelda too.
Probably add that to the list.
You should give it a go. I wouldn't say finish it because, but just borrow his Switch one day
Yeah.
when he gets Breath of the Wild on that or whatever. When he upgrades,
Yeah.
because I'm sure it runs better. Fucking stupid Wii U.
Yeah.
The Sims 3.
I don't think I played The Sims 3, but I played
Yeah, I'm
1
gonna
and
change
2.
this. I'm just gonna change this one to The Sims. This is BuzzFeed being a bit too specific. This.
Yeah.
So I'll give ticks. The Sims is allowed. Yeah, pretty sure everyone's played a Sims game.
Yeah.
Surely. Super Smash Brothers Melee.
I don't know if I played Melee. I played Brawl and the first one and
Yeah, I'll give you a point.
and Wii U.
I'll give you a point. Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes.
See, I lose a point here. I haven't played that. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto.
Crazy.
5. Yeah, no. And I won't give myself an easy point on that one because
You're the one person left in the world. Did you hear
hasn't-
they released a new version
a
today?
new version, yeah. And I admitted that I've brought the game twice and never played it.
Oh God.
I brought the Steelbook PS3 because I had to have it because it's Steelbook. And then I pre-ordered it when it came out on PS4 to get the bonus cash pre-order multiplayer bonus.
Yeah.
Thing. Never opened it. I traded it back in last year with the plastics on it. That's what you call burning money, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's why
pretty
I'm in
much.
poverty. Super Mario World.
Yes, I played Super Mario World.
Okay. I was going to say, I'm not going to give an easy pass for fucking that one up. Metal Gear Solid.
No.
Dun, dun, dun. Why?
I've tried to get back into it. I didn't have a PS1.
stealthy
So,
thing?
yeah, the stealth thing, I'm no good.
No good.
Like,
We've
no.
learnt that today. Stealth thing,
Yeah.
no good. Mortal Kombat 10, but I'm just going to say any Mortal Kombat.
I don't think I played 10. Back on the Super Nintendo or Sega Mega Drive, I played Mortal Kombat.
I'll allow it. Any
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, I'll allow. I haven't played 10, but... No, hold on. I did play 10. I borrowed it off someone. When it was still not out here, or was that 9? Fuck, I can't even keep up.
I think 9 was the banned one, wasn't it?
The banned one, yeah. I knew someone who imported it and I borrowed it. Minecraft.
Yes, I played Minecraft.
Did you like Minecraft?
Yeah, it's okay.
Did you play it on PS4, like PS3, or?
Yeah, I played it on PC.
No, no.
I can't remember.
I've only played
Maybe
it.
even on Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fucking traitor. I only played on PC. I think I own it on PS4. I brought it with the intention of like, back in the day they patched it apparently, but there was like a easy way to get older trophies, like download someone's map or some shit like that. But they've hence since fixed it, and I'm like, fuck, I missed my chance. Diablo 2, but I'm just gonna say any Diablo.
I've played a bit of Diablo 3.
All out. Did you buy that solely to play? Like,
No,
when
I
we
bought it
streamed
ages ago. Like, what was it?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed 2.
No. I have not
Have
played
you-
an Assassin's Creed.
Really?
I bought Black Flag, Syndicate, and the other one that's in between, but I've
What
never
the
gotten around to
fuck?
playing them. They were
Why
on
did
sale. They were really cheap.
Yeah, but why haven't you played any of them?
I don't
What
know.
was your miss? How'd you miss them?
Again, that was my brother's thing. I guess let him have it.
You don't play
Yeah.
things when your brother plays them.
Yeah, well, he bought it on Xbox. I mean,
Oh, fucking idiot!
yeah,
What an idiot. You should Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Love that game. Pirates, man. You get shanties. You're singing songs
Yeah.
on ships. Fucking awesome. I don't know when you'll get a chance to play it though, because there's always new games coming out. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
just
the
fucked
problem.
Forever. Just gone forever.
yep, pretty
Great
much.
games though. Assassin's Creed 2 probably doesn't hold up well, but Black Flag, Origins, Syndicate, whatever, they'll place. God of War 2, but I'm just actually no, you will not get a point for this.
No.
because the original God of Wars are so different to the one we was just talking
Yeah.
about, so I will not. Donkey Kong Country,
Yes.
really?
Yeah. I had a Super Nintendo. Everybody had Donkey Kong Country.
It's true. Did you find it really hard? I could never finish
Yeah.
it as a kid. It's fucking ridiculous.
I even tried
man.
it back. I got the SNES Mini. It's still hard.
Yeah, still hard. Yeah.
That
My,
mine cars.
Yes, the minecars. I think that's where I'd get stuck as a kid also, because down at my Nana Pop's place, this is like when I had a PS1 at my parents', but if I went down and stayed at their place, they just had a SNES.
Yeah.
So we'd just go to like garage sales and like pick up fucking games and shit. So it's like I had like Mario's and whatever else. But Donkey Kong, I think it was the hardest game next to, there was a Star Wars one and a Aladdin one or some shit. I was like, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was
Any
like,
of
I
those
just wanted-
Disney games were pretty hard. Lion
way
King was
too
really
hard.
hard. Yeah.
And then I'd dream every night of going back home to my PS1 where I could finish fucking games like Spyro and shit. Like, Jesus, way too difficult. Civilization.
Yes, I played Civ 4 and I've played Civ 5.
Interesting. On your laptop?
Yeah, on my laptop.
They could run those?
Not great, but it's turn-based, so I mean, it doesn't need to.
It doesn't matter if you're lagging across the map, like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
you get there eventually to your characters and troops that you need to click on. Fair enough. Super Metroid.
Yes, I played Super Metroid.
How many of the Metroid games have you played in general?
Super Metroid.
Just, okay.
Yeah,
Didn't
we
play
had
like the
that one, yeah.
Primes or like, did you have a Wii?
No.
Did your brother have a Wii?
Yeah.
Okay. So he would have had
No,
Metroid
we never
Prime,
played
surely.
Prime. No.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think we ever picked them up.
That's interesting.
They're not as popular as you think they're.
I
They
thought
don't
were
sell as
really
well,
popular. Okay, I thought they were really popular because, well, I know critically they did really well. The
Yeah.
Prime series.
But they just don't sell, unfortunately.
Okay. I don't know what kids are into.
Yeah.
I don't know how old your brother is, but he's a kid.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever. Kingdom Hearts.
Yes.
All of them?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Any of the spin-offs? Or just 1
Nope.
and 2?
Haven't touched the spin-offs. I've got
Did
the
you
collection.
finish- Oh, yeah. Did you finish both of them? Or just play them?
I think I got up to the last boss on both and then struggled.
Fucking hell. Oh,
But I've seen the
God.
ending. I'm pretty sure I saw somebody else finish it. So
Yeah,
both
YouTube,
times.
YouTube ending. Good
Yep.
job.
Thanks,
Good
YouTube.
job. Good job. I wanted to pick up the collection because I haven't played Birth by Sleep, which I hear is really important going into 3 because it's got all these characters like Aqua and shit that I need to apparently know about.
Yeah.
Will I have time to pick up that collection and play that?
Yeah, probably. It's not coming out till another.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I got until 2016 or whatever.
No, maybe this year. They released that trailer with the mini games
mobile
this week,
games,
didn't
yeah. Elder Scrolls.
they? Yes, I played Skyrim.
Okay, yeah, that is indeed an Elder Scrolls game. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. I think I put like 20 hours into it, and then my laptop was struggling with it.
You played it on PC.
I don't know why. Well, the PS3 version was terrible, wasn't it?
I platinumed it on PC. So you'd read about all the bugs and stuff and whatever else happening. Never
Yeah.
had any problems personally.
Okay.
And I was playing on, to this day, I still own my fat PS3 that struggles and everything. And that's still what I own. That's what I played Skyrim on. And I never had any issues somehow. So
Incredible.
whatever. Secret of Monkey Island.
No. Haven't played that.
Have you played any of those old Lucas Games point and click
Not
shit?
really. We had a demo disc with Grim Fandango on it, which I played a bunch of times, but that's as close as I can get.
Do you like those types of games?
Not overly. I mean, I like the Telltale games,
Yeah.
which is the closest.
I don't think the old ones hold up because those old type of games, it's just too. I'm just going to click around the screen a billion times to figure, I got to put the key in the sandwich and then feed it to the monkey crab in the background. So then the monkey crab evolves into a Digimon and then the Digimon breaks down the gate that I need to get through. Like, they're all really ridiculous
obscure, yeah.
puzzles that you need to solve. And yeah, I don't think they hold up too well at all. I played The Secret of Monkey Island a few years back or whatever, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just walk through it to get the story done kind of thing. But that's not really fun. Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Hells yeah, he says. Hells yeah.
I mean, can you really be a gamer if you haven't played Mario Kart?
Oh, throwing shade.
No, I think that's a legitimate question.
I don't know, I suppose. Some people don't own Nintendo. Some people hate Nintendo.
That's fair.
Don't
But
know.
they're in arcades now. You've got no excuse.
Oh, that's true. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, I played Sonic. Not a
Who
lot,
hasn't played
but
Sonic? Everyone's played Sonic.
played some, yeah.
It's probably on mobile. It's on mobile phones and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Jaden. Borderlands.
I played Tales of Borderlands.
Nope, not allowing it. You haven't played any of the actual Borderlands games?
Nope. Again, I also own the Handsome Jack collection.
Well, I haven't. To be fair,
Yeah, to be fair, you hadn't played one until earlier this year.
No.
Actually, I have played some Borderlands. I played a bit of the first one. No,
How long?
I played
how
co-op
many-
with my brother on the TV.
how long?
A
Couple hours at
maybe
least?
10 hours?
Yeah, I'll give you a point. That's
Yeah.
If you said half an hour, I was gonna be like, right.
No.
I've platinumed the first one.
Yeah.
I have not played two.
I apologize.
I have not played two or pre-sequel. No. I started two.
You started two
Kieran.
on stream and then
I
Kieran
started two on
bailed.
stream and I haven't gone back to get it. Not because I wasn't enjoying it. It's just I haven't deleted off my PlayStation. I had to make room for God of War. I didn't delete I didn't delete the Handsome Jack collection because I'm still like, maybe
It could happen.
It could happen.
We could do it.
You know, like it's still possible. Like we still jump into that shit. It's a thing. Halo 2.
Probably played like the multiplayer. I never played the story mode though.
What's your history of the Halo franchise in general then? Did you play like
Playing
one?
at a friend's place.
Okay.
Multiplayer, yeah.
All I've done is I'm giving myself a point, and all I've played is multiplayer, so I'm giving you one as well.
Yeah.
I've played a hell of a lot of multiplayer at friends' places. When I got my Xbox, it came with the complete collection of Halo games.
Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief's collection. And I know this is a PlayStation podcast, but at this stage, we're literally just talking about all fucking genres.
Yeah.
Because BuzzFeed, fuck you, BuzzFeed, making us talk about non-PlayStation. I was like, I might play through all those games one day just to have it so I can keep more up to date with the memes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like to understand gaming culture more. I don't know. Maybe. Well, we both get a point. Multiplayer's good enough. Fuck it. Age of Empires.
Yes.
I feel like that's one where you're like, are you a gamer if you haven't played Age of Empires?
No, I think it's a bit unfair to people who are a bit younger than us.
Because it came in
Or a lot
Kellogg's
younger than
boxes.
me.
Came in Kellogg's.
Yeah.
Come on.
They were pretty much just giving away.
Yes. I played so much Age of Empires 2. It was 2. Or was it 1? Fuck, I don't actually remember. Whichever one.
I don't know.
Whichever one came free in my in my Kellogg's
In my
box,
cereal?
in my cereal was I played so much of that fucking game. So much. Ridiculous. Street Fighter.
Probably. Not a lot, but just randomly.
I'll allow it. I feel like everyone's played.
I mean,
at
you
least
only have
one
to play a
random
couple of matches to have
match.
played
I
it,
mean,
really.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Fighting games that are weird.
Yeah. Mario Party.
Yes.
Do you like the Mario Party games?
Yeah, they're pretty good
you-
for what they are.
Do you play like the old?
Yeah, I
like
think I had it on the
64
64. And then,
Yeah, when they were good.
yeah.
I got the one that was on Wii U. Did your brother get that?
Yeah. No, on the Wii. We probably got the Wii U one as well because I've got a very little brother.
I got the Wii U one because it had I remember it had a special amiibo that came out with it.
Okay.
Or something. I got like the.
Is that the one where they're all in a car together?
Yeah. Yes.
That's terrible.
It's fucking terrible, yes. I remember playing it, and I was playing it with my ex at the time, and I was just like, this game's not fun at all. And, you know, Nintendo is the reason I'm single, is what I'm saying, in the long run.
Jeez, Nintendo, you've got... should you be angry at them or thank them?
You're 100% correct. Thank you, Nintendo, for your shitty Mario Party game. Mario Party 9 was great. Now, if you can make a Mario Party that's good after that, you've done your job. Thank you. Super Mario 64.
No.
Oh.
We didn't have 64.
This is one of those games that everyone's like, oh, one of the greatest games of all time. Reinvented platformers, 3D graphics to what we know these days.
Yeah.
But it's like, how do you play it? Like, realistically, now. Yeah, it's not... You can get it on DS, which is... I played the DS one that came out, which they redid, like, the graphics or whatever and stuff like that. Fine. I remember playing it at a friend's place when the PS3 was out. Was the first time I played it because he had a 64 and, like, brought it out. And I tried playing it on that, and I just hated it because I never had a 64 growing up. So I hated that controller so much.
Yeah.
I grew up on PlayStation. So I played it on DS. It's cool to play as like a history item, but I don't think it holds up great.
No.
Well, Banjo and Kazooie.
Yes, played Banjo-Kazooie.
I have not played Banjo and Kazooie.
Interesting.
It's one of these big franchises that
Yeah.
I should like, because if you listen to any of our gaming related programs,
Yeah.
I'm obviously a big fan of the mascot
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but
It's the precursor to Spyro.
yeah, once again though, N64.
Yeah.
Never had it. And then the sequel was on Xbox and shit. So Banjo,
you can pick up the Rare collection at any time for your Xbox.
that is true. That's the thing. I could maybe one day. That probably won't happen, but it is
Probably
true
not,
that is. But up until
It's
recently, when I got
couldn't play
Xbox,
it.
I didn't have access to it. So at least I have a legit excuse. Chrono Trigger.
I played a bit of it. I don't think I got very far. I got up to the time travel bit.
I'll give you a point. When did you try playing it?
Decades ago.
Oh, decades ago. So like when I was a young lad.
Back in the emulator piracy era.
I like how it came out in the 90s. And you're like, decades ago. Fucking hell. Don't worry, I played it on an emulation as well.
Yeah.
That's how I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time.
Interesting.
That's how I played a lot of those games. Yeah. Pokemon.
Yes.
Surely
That one's another one. If you
Yeah,
haven't played a Pokemon game.
Yeah, I feel like that's another. If you haven't played it, then yeah. Okay, so that was the last one. That was 32.
Really? There's
games.
a couple on off that list.
Hey?
There's a couple of games I thought would have been on that list.
Well, you know,
Or franchises.
tweet
yeah.
at BuzzFeed if you didn't appreciate the list.
Where is Uncharted?
Oh, shit. That's a good point. I don't know. I mean, I didn't actually look at the list before picking it.
Yeah.
I just clicked on BuzzFeed
Yeah.
because I'm like, well, you know, they'll have a list.
They'll have a list.
They make lists. It's fine. That's what we're going
It's a
with.
thing.
So that's how we ended up with BuzzFeed. The final results were. Do you want to have a guess at how many did I get out of 32?
I think you're like 25.
30 out of 32 I got.
Jeez.
I hadn't played Banjo, Kazooie, and what was the other random thing? It was something that you had played as well, I think. I can't remember what it was now.
Not important.
Not important. How many do you think you got out of 32?
Maybe 20, something like that.
24.
No, it's better than I thought it was going to be when I'm going into it. I thought it was like 10.
Yeah, I'll give it I think it's a respectable score. Given that a lot of the franchises, like we're just mentioning, Uncharted and stuff like that, you would have had a few more points. There were some ringers thrown in that BuzzFeed list.
Yeah.
Some suckers. They got you good. All right, I hope that was entertaining. Ash is allowed to stay as part of the Explosion Network now.
Thank God.
He lives another day. His movie hosting ability cred still up for question to this day though. That's
I'm working on it.
one issue comes and goes, but another stands around like stigma. All right, moving on to the last segment of the show. Hashtag every trophy counts. God of War trophies are apparently just pretty easy. It kind of just depends on if you find the game easy or not. But at the same time, you can just play on easy. So, I don't. From everything I've read, there's nothing missable. It is simply a matter of beat the game, find all the collectibles, do a bunch
There's
of
a lot
challenge,
of optional stuff that you'll have to do.
Do a bunch of optional side quest stuff.
Which apparently is where all the fun is. So, from what I've read, I've been reading a couple of tips articles and stuff.
Oh, really? Because, like, when we spoke about it the other day, the last 5 hours of the game I played was all side quest stuff. So, I'm just going off, and I've been having the joy. So, because it doesn't feel packed on. It just...
No.
Much like The Witcher, you feel like you're still doing stuff that's worthwhile or like has interesting story. So yeah, the trophy list is apparently easy enough. I'll have to wait until I finish the game to find out how much of a pain or how easy it is to go back and find the collectibles that you need. Because
have you discovered fast travel yet?
Yeah. I've got fast travel.
I don't know how effective that's going to be to get around.
I have no idea. We'll find out by the end of the game when I presume you'll have all the different places you can fast travel around. But yeah, I mean, if the game didn't have fast travel, it just would have been fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like Wonderback, that's
everywhere.
ridiculous. But the part that will make it really easy or hard to me is, so if you can go into your collectibles, and I haven't looked yet, so this could be answered within a couple minutes of looking in the game. If you can go into your collectibles and each separate collectible has a name attached to it, because then you can, in the lists that are being made, and there's heaps of lists out by now, like Brian, PS4 Trophies has guides out and whatever else. But you could look at a text guide and go, okay, in this area of the map, you need this collectible, this collectible, this collectible, but then you can compare it up to what I've already picked up.
Yeah.
Instead of having to be all blank and then you have to like watch a video and go to this area. Did I get this one? Yes, I got this one. Did I get this one? Yes, I got this one. Move on. So it could be easy or hard. Either way, it's just going to be a bunch of tedious wandering around, but it doesn't make it a hard platinum. From everything I've read, it's an easy platinum.
Has anybody got the platinum yet?
Oh yeah, a bunch of people got it already.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it's possible.
It's possible. Brian from PS4 Trophies got it. He posted he got it like 2 days after the embargo went up. So, and I saw someone else on my Twitter feed today from IGN, or like 2 people from IGN the last couple of days have posted they got the platinum. Someone in the reply said, how long did it take you? I think they said like 60 hours. So it's like double the amount of time, which makes sense, I guess. It's like if it's a 30-hour game, it's like double the amount of time to do all these side quests and stuff, which makes sense, especially when I've spent like the last 5 hours just fucking around on side quests.
What I played before, I believe 30 hours it might be a bit short. I think it's underestimating how quickly.
Oh really? Well,
possibly.
We'll see. Find out. And the only other trophy list I wanted to point out was the Swords of Ditto. Have you seen this game?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen
like
a
picture of it.
Yeah,
or something. It's like a really.
I saw
colorful...
a player 2 do a preview or something.
Yeah, I think they had one up last week or something. Yeah, or the other week.
They've got a Loco Roco thing.
Yeah,
coming up.
So for the PlayStation version, they've got Loco Roco tiding characters to it, which is interesting. It's a Devolver Digital published game. It's like a top-down action RPG. Looks really fun, looks really quirky. It's interesting that it comes out a couple weeks after Adventure Pals. Kind of similar art styles, like really colorful, weird characters and stuff like that. But this is a big world action RPG, like top down but world, whereas Adventure Pals was like a side-scrolling platformer type action RPG. Similar though, but the trophy list looked easy. It was just like beat levels, get collectibles, etc., etc., etc. So that looked pretty easy, and I'm looking forward to that game. I think that one looks fun, but I mean, God of War at the moment, so
yeah,
it's a problem. But down the line,
it's an issue.
Down the line, hopefully, between Banjo and Kazooie and whatever the fuck else I said, I'll play Kingdom Hearts and whatever else.
One day
it'll happen. All right. thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Platinum Explosion. I've been your host, Dylan Blyde. You can follow me on Twitter at Vivaladil, Vivaladil. Where can people follow you, Ashley?
You can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Hobley, ASHLEYHOBLEY. It's a thing.
It is indeed. You can follow this show on Twitter at Plat Podcast. You can follow the network of which this show is a part of, Explosion Network, at Explosion Pod. You can then head over to explosionnetwork.com to check out all other shows and articles and reviews, and find your way over to our Twitch, twitch.tv/Explosion Network, where we do the gameplay things and the review discussion things and the reacts things and all sorts of things.
The
Early
things.
late nights, stuff like that. But find your way around explosionnetwork.com to all our other shows. Like, what do you want to watch? Mention that one, where Ashley sometimes not watches movies before he hosts it.
Yeah.
One day we'll stop giving you shit for it. At the moment, it is still
It's very fresh.
It's still
fresh.
a good bit. It's still a good bit currently. Yeah. That would be great. And make sure to go over to iTunes if you have an account, or you should make one anyway, because I support Apple.
They do a good job.
Yeah, Apple does a great job. And review this podcast 5 stars, please. I'll take no less. Thank you, sir. None of that 1-star business. No, if you want to give us 1 star, it's fine. Just whatever.
Just leave some constructive feedback.
Constructive feedback, like
Don't
fire
call us
Dylan.
assholes and
Fire
leave
Dylan.
it at once.
Yeah, whatever.
We're people too.
Yeah, that's right. We're the Corey Barlog of the podcasting networks. That's right. Sons of bitches.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, don't worry, whatever. Plat.
Plat.
Bye, everyone.
Ad read, April 2018, take 5. Hey listener, if you're not listening to the Tales of Theldin yet, you should be. It's a D&D audio drama, more easily described as D&D light. The focus is telling a fun story and cutting out too much of the fiddly D&D details that could confuse or bore the uninformed. It features Kieran, Dylan, Ash and Tom, and you'll be in for some laughs and good adventure. Give the first episode a listen today and see if it's for you. Explosion Network Bulletin Board. Pleasure Explosion is now Thursdays at 12 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank God daylight it's over. With Tom hosting the free-flowing conversation, and make sure you check out if you found the old format too much. Reacts and review discussions officially lift off on Twitch, so make sure you follow our Twitter at ExplosionPod and twitch.tv/Explosion Network to keep up when they are live. You'll also find them at bit.ly/Explosion Network on our YouTube 24 hours later.